Welcome back to episode 2 of Travel with Nicole. I hope you enjoyed the first podcast episode. Depending on where you travel, traveling can get very expensive very quickly. As a college student, I am always trying to save money, especially when it comes to traveling. This podcast episode is all about how to travel on a low, medium, and high budget. Stay tuned to the end of the podcast to see 3 places to travel to if you have a low, medium, or high budget as well. Let's begin with traveling with a low budget first. If you are someone who loves to travel but doesn't have the money to do so, pay close attention. There are many budget-friendly options that you can take that would still allow you to get to your dream destination. Here are some ways to save money while traveling, and planning is key. Number 1, research for good air, rail, coach, and ship or ferry deals. The internet provides a very good way for you to do so. Take advantage of budget airlines, which normally have the same destinations as commercial lines but for a fraction of the price. According to budgettravel.com, air travel is generally the most expensive way to travel. Therefore, definitely use flight comparison websites such as Travel Supermarket, Skyscanner, and Kayak. Also use flight brokers such as Travelocity, Expedia, Gobodia, and Opodo. For train travel, Amtrak is the national rail company in the United States. In Europe, consider buying Eurail. Number 2, research for good accommodation deals. BudgetTravel.com states that it is best to online search and get lists of the youth hostels and backpacker hostels in the place that you have selected to visit. You may think hostels aren't the best sleeping option, but it definitely does save you a lot of money. 3, spend your days cheaply. Walk around a lot and visit free or cheap attractions. Use shuttle buses or other cheap public transportation. You can learn a lot about a place without spending a lot of money. Talk to people who seem friendly and ask for suggestions. Walking around and exploring is also a great travel experience. When I went to Europe, I always made sure to find some cheap attractions and I walked around a lot. I definitely did end up saving a lot of money that way. Traveling on a medium budget allows for more different travel options when it comes to transportation. Number 1, 2-stop airplane ride. If you are traveling with a medium budget, the best way for transportation is an airplane. However, you can still save money by not taking a direct flight. According to TripAdvisor.com, a direct flight is more expensive than a 2-stop flight. Also, business class tickets are typical for people with a medium budget as it provides travelers with more comfort than coach. Number 2, hotels. There are many different websites that customers can look at to get information about what hotels would be best for their typical budget on websites such as TripAdvisor. Anyone who is able to travel with a high budget has a lot of options for transportation and where to stay during their trip. Number 1, transportation. People with a high budget have the most opportunity to travel with first class tickets. They have the access to spacious seating, quality food and drink selections, and access to the airport lounge, which is pretty cool. These tickets are also known for being the most expensive. Number 2, hotels. There are many different options of hotels where guests can stay in a suite during their vacation. There are also different high-end hotels such as Four Seasons Hotel and the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. I know in New York City there's a lot of high-end hotels that many people stay at, and you can also go to TripAdvisor.com to get more information about that. Traveling on any budget is possible if you plan the best way possible for your trip. Here are some of the best places to visit on a high, medium, or low travel budget. Number 1, for a low budget, visit Venice. According to BudgetTravel.com, spending time in Venice is now more affordable than ever because hotel rates are down 7% from last year. Better get planning now. For a medium budget, Panama is the place to go. According to TravelandLeisure.com, Panama offers hotel rooms from $50 to $250 per night, making many different options for guests budget-wise. For a high budget, it is best to visit Bali. Bali offers some of the fanciest hotels with some of the best views of Bali. TravelLeisure.com states that traveling to Bali is the most expensive because it is a longer direct plane ride. There you have it. Traveling is definitely something someone on every budget can experience. Stay tuned to the next episode where I'll be explaining more about traveling. And here's one of my favorite quotes about traveling: wherever you go, go with all your heart.